Um, the Nets last night go for a potential Eastern Conference Finals matchup against Philly that doesn't end in their favor, but even still, a very close game to the bare 15 seconds of the game. Philly pulled it out by way of Danny Green towards the end of the game, just
Yeah,
hitting free throws, and
and Ben Simmons. Yeah,
Ben Simmons
this is how the game went.
almost cost him. Yeah, yeah, like you can tell the
It's
story because I know how
I
you
watched the
feel.
entire thing, and it was the weirdest game because no KD,
Mhm,
no Harden,
mhm.
no Aldridge, no Blake Griffin, no Chris Chioza, who's our backup point guard.
Yeah,
Nobody played. It was just Kyrie and a bunch of role players. And Kyrie dropped like 38. Like Kyrie went crazy. But it
yes.
didn't matter because we were down 22 when got taken out the game. All the garbage time players went in for both teams, and the Nets go on some insane run. I mean, for the last 9 minutes of the game, the Sixers did not make one field goal, not one. And it was garbage time play. So Doc Rivers is like, oh no, if we lose to their garbage team, we would never hear the end of this. So he puts the starters back in. Does it make a difference? No. The Nets come back to within 3 points. Now at this point, everybody on Twitter is like, put Kyrie back in the game. Put him back in the game. We have
I
a
know
chance to
Nets
win
Twitter
this.
is on fire during those games, bro. They be going so hard. It's not even funny.
And Steve Nash is like, nah, Kyrie, you're out the
Oh,
game. Just let him play it out.
oh,
And then you just see foul. I mean, ticky tack foul after ticky tack foul, free throw after free throw. And it's like, bro, we were about to tie the game up. And then Alize Johnson or Lamar Jackson stunt double was out there putting up Kareem Abdul Jabbar hook shots. And it's like, bro, stop, stop. You're not that nice yet. Stop. And that's how we lost because I mean he's nice. Like he's gonna be one of our role players next year. But
mhm.
like he's like attacking Ben Simmons, like knocking him over. And it's like granted, Ben Simmons was flopping. Embiid was flopping at the end of the game just to get some free throws because they were in the bonus. But it's like,
Mhm.
stop fouling them, bro. At a certain point, it becomes shooting practice.
Yeah,
And that's what happened.
yeah,
That's why we lost
yeah.
because we were gonna win the game at that point.
Mhm.
Yep.
I don't know. It was a tough one, and yeah, when I had tuned into that game, I know like the last couple seconds were nail biters. Again to the very end, Kyrie went crazy, dropped 38. Embiid I think had like 38 or like close to 40.
He went great. I think
He had a
he had
double double.
30. I think he had 39 and 13, and I think he had like 5 assists. Like he was going crazy.
Yeah, he was going nuts. Just again like a really tough game. It's still too early to count the Nets out on that series if that becomes a series in the Eastern Conference because I still think with all three of their studs, they can handle the Sixers. Handle.
I think
I think 5 games max.
with no, whoa, no, because
Yes.
there's nobody on our team to guard Ben Simmons. I think
And there's nobody on their team to guard all three of your studs.
yeah, Danny Green is elite defensively. You
He will
have
guard
Ben Simmons
Harden.
who's 6'10 guarding Kyrie Irving. Like granted, Kyrie was having his way with him last night,
Yeah,
but
Kyrie's gonna have it. And then there's KD.
KD, but KD. Here's the thing:
Yeah.
if like I'm gonna say the next thing first, and that's
Mhm.
shout outs to Lamarcus Aldridge for a great career. He
Yeah.
retired
Yeah.
with 15 years in the league, dominated for 12 of them. Um
Portland, he was a beast.
beast. So um I would say his 5 games with the Nets, I could taste the Larry O'Brien trophy. I could taste it. Taste the trophy when Lamarcus Aldridge is on the floor. I'm like, ooh, that taste that trophy's looking good. I'm like, I'm getting excited. I'm like, yes, we're gonna win the chip. And then irregular heartbeat. He's had the irregular heartbeat his entire career,
Yeah,
but
he
he
said
said
that.
he's never felt it like he did after the last game he played 3 games ago.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't sleep. He was waking up in the middle like went to the hospital. He went to the Nets and was like, I'm having a regular heartbeat. They took him to the hospital. They did all the tests and they were like, it's getting worse. You can play through it, but I can't guarantee that you'll be healthy after.
That is
So
such a high risk that you
so he
can't
was like,
take.
oh my God, I gotta put my family first. I gotta stop. I gotta
Yeah.
retire. And low key, I tweeted this out. I said, I think our title, no, I don't think I tweeted this. I think I texted some of my friends. I think our title hopes took a very big hit. Like, yes, he was only there 5 games, but he was a big body to contain Embiid.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan was putting in work yesterday, and
Got a lot
Embiid
of
still
rebounds.
dropped
Almost
40.
had a double double. Yeah.
No, he did. He had 12 and 13, and I think he
Oh,
had
he did
7
get a
assists.
double.
He was going
Jesus.
crazy.
Whoa.
But but Joel Embiid still dropped 40 and 13
Oh
on
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to
Almost a given,
say,
but yeah.
yeah, but that's the thing. If it's Lamarcus Aldridge and DeAndre Jordan, he has no downtime. You can't say, oh, DeAndre's out the game and Embiid's going to go crazy because you have Aldridge, who's also a big body, strong.
Hmm.
He's not athletic at all anymore, but he's going to push you around. So I'm like, man, like, I know put your health first, but all this means now is Blake Griffin has to put on
I
10
was
pounds
gonna
before the end
say.
of the season.
Yeah.
He has to put on 10
I
pounds.
was like, your next big man up is Blake Griffin.
Because Claxton's like 220.
Yeah, he's not gonna
Claxton will
guard
get
Embiid.
pushed by Embiid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's a tough look. I know Aldridge like was a really good addition actually, I think, for your team. He held
He was
them down
balling
those
out.
last like 3 games those
Yeah.
first 3 games that he played really well. Just a different part of Aldridge that we were seeing, I think, compared to when he was on the last couple games of the Spurs before he got traded.
He didn't care at
Um,
that point. Yeah.
yeah, and I think he kind of took that turn in his career where he was like, I'm kind of fading out the game. Like my game, my style of play, just yeah. Me and him got the
No,
same
but
style of play.
he
Those
morphed
turnaround baseline.
into the new
Well,
NBA
he
style because he
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
banging threes for the Nets. Those couple
Yeah.
games, I think he hit like 10 threes in those four or
No, no,
five
no.
games.
Now you need a big man who can shoot threes, and you can absolutely say
Yeah.
that he had to transform his game to work with that. And being on a
But
title
he was
contender,
exactly
absolutely have to put that. Yeah,
he was already a shooter. Like
yeah.
that little face up, like you said, little face
The
up,
mid
back
range
down,
step
fall
back.
away. That
That's
was
my
him.
game,
Him and
Aldridge.
Dirk,
My game.
were like the two for me that I saw was
Yeah,
like I would love to play like them because back you down, turn around, fall away,
yeah.
bank. Him
It's
and Tim Duncan,
size
it's like,
and
yeah,
agility
it's
that
crazy.
like it's tough to see sometimes. But yeah.
And now we have
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan who can only do putbacks. So like we're back to where we were before. That's why I said I had so much fun watching the Nets play because you can 5 out. You can't 5 out with DeAndre Jordan because he's not getting the ball.
Yeah.
But Marcus Aldridge, you tell him go sit on the 3-point line. He's like, I'm good. Just waiting for the
I'll
ball
chill
and
here.
just
Yeah.
pop.
I'll give
Yeah.
you an assist. You need one? Copy.
Yeah.
Pow.